Breaking news. This just happened. The Chicago Cubs have stunned their fans with a drastic decision in the middle of their series against the Dodgers. I could hardly believe it. But before I tell you this bombshell, Cubs fans, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest Chicago Cubs news. Nobody saw a move like this coming, especially not right now. In the middle of a crucial series against the Los Angeles Dodgers at Wrigley Field, the Chicago Cubs shocked everyone by announcing a major change to their major league roster. The front office acted quickly, making a strategic move that is already reshaping the team as it heads into a critical stretch of the season. The decision caught everyone's attention because it involved an experienced player at a time when every single win could make a huge difference in the club's postseason race. The announcement immediately sparked discussion among fans, with many questioning the reasoning behind the move made by both the front office and manager Craig Counsell. The Chicago Cubs officially announced that right-handed pitcher Jake Woodford has been designated for assignment DFA, bringing, at least for now, his time on the major league roster to an end. A 7-year major league veteran, Woodford is no longer occupying a spot on the Cubs' 40-man roster in a move that, while surprising, was driven by the organization's long-term strategy. What makes this story even more surprising is that Woodford was coming off a solid performance the night before. Many believed that outing had earned him additional opportunities, but the Cubs saw things differently. Creating roster space for the team's newest additions became the top priority. And these aren't just ordinary additions. Following an aggressive trade deadline, the Cubs wasted no time integrating their newest acquisitions and officially activated outfielder Tyrone Taylor. Known for his dependable defense and his ability to contribute in multiple situations, Taylor arrives with the mission of strengthening an outfield that needed additional depth for the remainder of the season. At the same time, another highly anticipated addition has officially joined the active roster: hard-throwing reliever Ryan Zafirjan. Zafirjan has earned attention for his electric fastball and his potential to significantly strengthen the Cubs' bullpen. The coaching staff believes his power arm can provide valuable options in high-pressure situations, especially against elite opponents like the Los Angeles Dodgers. With these moves, manager Craig Counsell now officially has both players on the active 26-man roster, reinforcing the organization's commitment to competing at the highest level without wasting any opportunities during this critical stage of the season. But the roster changes didn't stop there. In another important move, the Cubs announced that top prospect Kevin Alcantara has been optioned back to AAA Iowa. Regarded as one of the organization's brightest young talents, Alcantara will continue his development in the minors while the major league club focuses on building the strongest possible roster for immediate success. Although many fans hope to see Alcantara receive more playing time in Chicago, the front office decided to prioritize players who are viewed as better positioned to contribute right now. As for Jake Woodford, this story may not be over yet. Because of his major league service time, Woodford has the right to reject an outright assignment to the minor leagues if he clears waivers. Instead, he can elect free agency and immediately begin looking for a new opportunity with another MLB organization. That detail makes the Cubs' decision even more significant. In reality, there is a very real chance that Woodford has already thrown his final pitch wearing a Chicago Cubs uniform. While this was undoubtedly a difficult decision, everything suggests the organization prioritized roster flexibility and overall team strength heading into one of the most important stretches of the season. The arrivals of Tyrone Taylor and Ryan Zafirjan represent a clear investment in players expected to make an immediate impact, while Woodford's departure became the necessary cost of completing those moves. Now all eyes shift back to the field. The Cubs are entering one of the most important phases of their season, and fans are eager to see how Craig Counsell will use his new additions and whether these roster changes will translate into better results on the field. Supporters will be watching every move made by the newcomers while also keeping a close eye on Jake Woodford's future, as he could soon begin the next chapter of his career if he chooses to test free agency. One thing is absolutely certain: the Chicago Cubs have made it clear they are not standing still. Even in the middle of one of the biggest series of the season, the organization has shown it is willing to make difficult decisions in order to strengthen the roster and maximize its chances of success. Now it's your turn, Cubs fans. Do you think the front office made the right decision by moving on from Jake Woodford to make room for the new additions? Or do you believe the Cubs should have found another solution? Yes or no? Drop your answer in the comments below and join the conversation. Here on this channel, you'll stay up to date with every Cubs rumor, trade, signing, roster move, and breaking news the moment it happens. But the changes within the Chicago Cubs definitely didn't stop there. While fans were still trying to process Jake Woodford's departure and the arrival of the team's newest acquisitions following the trade deadline, another unexpected decision was confirmed by the coaching staff. This time, however, the impact reaches directly into the starting rotation. Despite putting together one of his best stretches of the season and posting numbers that ranked him among the Cubs' most reliable starters, Colin Ray surprised everyone by losing, at least temporarily, his spot in the rotation. The announcement came directly from manager Craig Counsell on Tuesday. According to Counsell, Ray's turn in the rotation will be skipped this week. The decision has nothing to do with an injury or poor performance. Instead, it's a direct result of the major roster changes the Cubs made following the trade deadline. The numbers make it easy to understand why so many fans were caught off guard. Over his last 8 starts, Ray was the definition of consistency. In every outing, he worked between 5 and 6 innings, giving the Cubs exactly what a playoff contender wants from a starting pitcher: stability, command, and competitiveness. During that stretch, the veteran posted an outstanding 3.30 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, and recorded 34 strikeouts while issuing just 13 walks across 43.2 innings pitched. Those numbers placed Ray among the Cubs' most effective pitchers over the past several weeks. That's why many fans believed his spot in the rotation was completely secure. But things changed quickly. The Cubs were extremely aggressive before the trade deadline, adding key pieces to strengthen their starting rotation. Among the biggest additions were Kevin Gausman, one of the organization's headline acquisitions, and Clay Holmes, who is returning after recovering from a fractured fibula. With those additions, Craig Counsell suddenly found himself facing the kind of challenge every manager wants to have: too many quality options. To make room for the newcomers, the coaching staff decided to temporarily remove Colin Ray from the starting rotation. The move clearly shows that the organization is prioritizing what it believes is the strongest possible rotation for the stretch run, even if that means sidelining one of its most consistent pitchers. And the changes may not be over yet. There is a possibility that the Cubs could permanently expand to a 6-man rotation, a move that would help manage the workload of their pitching staff throughout the remainder of the season. Even if that happens, however, Ray still wouldn't be guaranteed a spot. That's because another important name has entered the competition. Javier Assad is scheduled to start Tuesday's game against the Los Angeles Dodgers, taking advantage of the opening in the rotation. If he delivers a strong performance against one of Major League Baseball's most dangerous lineups, he could make the competition for a starting job even tougher. As if that weren't enough, another arm is getting closer to returning. Edward Cabrera continues to make progress in his recovery from a hamstring injury. The right-hander is currently rehabbing and could be activated from the 15-day injured list in the coming weeks. Once he's fully healthy, he'll also enter the competition for a spot in the Cubs' rotation. All of this has created one of the fiercest internal battles the Cubs have faced this season. Craig Counsell will have multiple high-quality pitching options at his disposal and will likely face difficult decisions throughout the remainder of the year. While that creates a headache for the manager, it also highlights just how much deeper the Cubs' pitching staff has become following the front office's aggressive moves at the trade deadline. For Colin Ray, this represents an unexpected challenge. Despite delivering consistent results and proving himself over nearly 2 months, he'll now have to wait for another opportunity to show that he deserves to remain in the starting rotation. Still, the season is far from over, and the Cubs know that pitching depth can make all the difference. Injuries, fatigue, and a demanding schedule often require constant adjustments to the rotation. That's why Ray remains an important part of the organization's plans, even if he's temporarily on the outside looking in. The message from the front office is clear. Performance still matters, but the organization believes that strengthening the rotation with pitchers like Kevin Gausman, Clay Holmes, Javier Assad, and eventually Edward Cabrera gives the Cubs a much better chance of competing at the highest level during the final stretch of the season. Now the biggest question is how Craig Counsell will manage so many talented arms and, more importantly, when Colin Ray will get his next opportunity. In the meantime, Cubs fans will be watching every decision closely, knowing that each move could have a major impact on the team's postseason hopes. One thing is certain: the battle for spots in the Cubs' starting rotation has never been more competitive. Now I want to hear your honest opinion, Cubs fans. Do you think Craig Counsell made the right decision with this move? Yes or no? Don't leave without sharing your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion helps make every discussion even more exciting. And be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest Chicago Cubs news, trade rumors, roster moves, and breaking updates.